Hey, what's up guys? So we just picked up a whole bunch of loot and we're going to talk about why. And the Night Spam 2.0, including the Elite Boost Mummy. So the war season has just kicked off. We are day 1 of season number 2. And that means a lot of players are actually fighting in the war season and not fighting for random loot. So they're gaining loot in the war season, but they're not really raiding it. And look at that, 2 clicks, boom! 516,000 in gold. We're going to go ahead and attack this base because that's a heck of a lot of gold. And we're going to go crush this with the Night Spam 2.0 as I call it. So as you can see, we have elite boosted knights on because, hey, if you're doing version 2.0 on something, you got to have power, got to have an improvement. So this works with elite boosted knights. We also have the elite boosted mummy as well. We are a very low king. We're level 61, I want to say, or 60. And we have the heal spell, because the heal spell is the elite boosted knight's best friend. And you can see we're spamming tons and tons of knights. Sonic Blast and Bladestorm to help clean things up. And you'll just see the vast zerg of knights. The only thing that you really want to worry about is the snake towers. The snake towers do a lot of damage to the knights. So now that we've gotten a decent way into the base, we're going to start spamming a couple of mummies. And the reason so is the mummies stun. The mummies also spawn instantaneously right next to you. And then when the mummy dies as elite boosted mummy, he spawns out knights. So he goes right in hand with your big mass zerg knight spam army. So for lower level players, if you have elite boosted mummies, you probably want to utilize night spam tactics, heal spell or shield spell so you can make your knights stronger. And now we can just focus on protecting our spam of knights, kicking the bombs back, healing them up. The king is just kind of clean up here. And even so now, if all our knights would die to some gargoyles or whatever, we have 3 mummies, and those mummies are going to spawn like 5 or 6 knights when they die. So that's going to be a lot of DPS coming out of those mummies. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is Night Spam 2.0. We have the cannons in there just for good measures, just in case we come up to some really hard to reach choke points that need a cannon. So lower level kings, if you have access to the elite boosted mummies, use that tactic right there. Knights, mummies, it doesn't even really matter what level your mummy is because when he dies, he's going to spawn out a lot of baby knights. So you're really focusing on just leveling up your knights with this. And knights got a ton of new levels. I think they can go up to level like 13 or so. They have crazy amount of levels. Our knights here are currently level 9, so they are fairly high. They are also a very, very cheap upgrade. Let's go ahead and do another night spam here. We're right around 2,000 trophies. And there we go. 2 clicks, or 1 click, boom, 434,000. Don't even have to look at it. We're just going to go night spam this and take it down. Because honestly, the night spam has very, very few weaknesses when they are elite boosted. And of course, being lower in the trophy range, you won't come across too many really damaging skull towers. Those skull towers are one of the main weaknesses of a big night spam zerg. If the skull tower is high enough, they throw out a lot of bombs, and those bombs can do a decent amount of damage and possibly even kill everything around because they do some splash damage on those bombs. So a big zerg like that will take a nice splash damage from them. So there's a skull tower we're talking about. So really you want to use your king to kick back some of those bombs. Try and keep your guys as alive as possible. We have a huge armor. So now we're going to start slowly saving up for the mummies. And it's also pretty far into the base. So if we were to spam knights now, they would take a while to get over here. So now we are using the elite boosted mummy to have an instant spawn. He's also tanking for us, and if he does happen to die, he's going to pop out some knights and go right along with our little knight buddies. Oh, so there's a firebolt tower over there. We have to spawn a couple of cannons. So we're going to sit back and wait a little bit, or we could actually just run back there with our king since we have a minute left and go ahead and take that out. Spawning out a couple cannons just for good measure. And you can see our knights and mummies, they're dying, they're dying, they're dying, and they're spawning more knights, and they're taking down the castle gate for us. And unfortunately, there was one tower left that they did not hit at the castle gate, but... Oh, actually, there was quite a few towers they did not hit at the castle gates. So it looks like it wasn't a wise tactic to run back with our hero and kill that one tower. I should have just let my cannons do it. So let's see. Maybe one more here. I don't know if we have enough food. Oh, it's taking us more than 2 clicks. Oh, so this one is... We're actually having to search a little while, guys. This is kind of rare. Oh, wow. This one right here. It's more than 300,000 because it says limited rewards, treasure chamber too small. So that means we have to go actually spend some gold before we can go and loot that guy and get all the gold we need. So 4 million right there. Let's go see how much gold this guy's actually got for us. 309,000. It's good enough for us. Let's take him out with the Night Spam 2.0. Again, tons and tons of knights. So don't underestimate elite boosted knights. They are very, very powerful. And again, even level 1 mummy can be utilized in this tactic. The main reason you're using the mummy is to spawn instantaneously by your units. And then if he is elite boosted, he will spawn out some knights when he dies. And he'll spawn out a decent amount of knights. So he's just like a carrier pigeon for your knights. A transport unit, if you will. To get the elite boosted mummy, you just have to come in 3rd place or better in the Alliance Wars. So it's not that hard to become 3rd place or better in the Alliance Wars. So a water tower is very, very detrimental to the knights. We're going to go help clean that up. Now we're just going to start bringing out some mummies. So of course too, if you are in Alliance Wars and you are fighting, make sure that you attack in the Alliance Wars. Don't just raid for all this loot and be selfish like I am being right now. Definitely go help your Alliance out and raid, and get those skulls for your Alliance so you can win the elite boosted mummy and win elite boosted Arblaster and win the Doom Gate. You have to win those guys. You can't just buy them. And there we have it. Night Spam 2.0. It's definitely a good thing to use. Oh wow, finishing it off with all 3 treasure chests. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any other tips, tricks, cheats you want to talk about, post them down in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon.